Hey, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day. Thanks for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I am your host, the real Bryant Gibbs. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, support. I was once the problem. Now what I'm seeking to do, how do I become part of the solution? How do I right my wrong? How do I utilize my past experience to get these kids to stop picking up that brake, throwing at that multi-billion-dollar prison system for absolutely nothing? There's no shortcut in life. Only thing come fast is trouble. Easy to get into, hard to get out. Hey, today what I'm talking about is this, man. VLADTV. Vlad has always got something popping, always got something going on. And he got Boosie on there. And right now is, guess what? He got Boosie and he talking about, and he asked him questions about, hey, Terrance Gangsta Williams. How Boosie was so, eminent, so into it, so disappointed. His energy, right now, thinking as far as Terrance Gangsta Williams being a rat. He was talking about how many people stand on this man's name because of all the things that he did. So he going crazy speaking about Terrance Gangsta Williams. But yet and still, his boy, T.I., he don't have that same energy, folks. Listen, man, it's a double standard. And people do not understand. If you feel that right now, a rat is a rat is a rat, and snitch is a snitch is a snitch, and you hate them, you can't stand them, they lost all credibility. So once again, once one person commit that act and you show that energy, you got to show that same energy. You got to be consistent. If you're not consistent, you know what that means? You are discriminating, Boosie. You are picking sides. No, it don't work that way, man. The bottom line, either you're going to be true or guess what, man? If you're not true, then you faking it, man. You don't really believe all the things that you're really saying. So get away from that nonsense. Stop pretending. The difference is you're supposed to have that same energy, you know what I'm saying, for T.I., that same energy like you have for Terrance Gangsta Williams. If you don't, then you're a hypocrite. You're a fraud. So regardless, you're not Boosie badass. You Boosie, no ass. Come on, man. Let me get into it. Let's get into it. Let's see what I'm talking about. Let's go from there.
Terrance Gangsta Williams.
Yeah.
And we talked about how he cooperated on some of his friends.
How you think, Vlad? Stop making that law. You don't know if he did that to get out of jail.
Okay, fair enough.
We don't know that.
Okay.
Do we? Have you
Fair
saw
enough.
paperwork?
I've seen some paperwork.
I haven't seen paperwork. How do you know that?
There's been a lot of paperwork that's been floating around.
How do you know that?
Okay, well, regardless of what happened, exactly, I brought up the situation to you a few interviews ago. And I said, look, Terrance Williams cooperated on some of his dead friends on some murders, and that in turn allowed him to get out earlier.
Oh, and I also gave him some murders with Sterling and Dooney. So some of my people that I'm at odds with now, even BG was upset about it too. Because they was like, man, you tell it on the dead. I didn't look at it like at the time. I was like, well, this is a way I can get up out of prison. I'm not testifying on no one. I'm going to give them this here. They're going to cut my time. Cool,
You had an issue with that, right? And you spoke out the way you usually do in these types of situations.
I had a real respect for Gangsta and the stories I heard about him, but that shit leave with me. I have no type of respect for him anymore. What I had for him, that was because of all the stories and all that. But once you go that route, I dismiss you from my legend book and X you out.
Well, let's just say the story is true. So like I said, I haven't seen the actual paperwork. And
You haven't seen the paperwork. He could be telling you that just to be telling you that on fucking camera.
Right.
He might have set up 100 motherfuckers. That's how that shit go, man. You stay solid, nigga. Some of us gonna make it, some of us ain't. That's just how it gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You can take that gangster shit off your name, man. Real shit, man. That shit hurt me when I heard about that shit. Cause how all them niggas in that city stand up for Gangsta and Angola, man. Them niggas talk highly of this man. They stand on this nigga name. You know, and that shit hurted me to hear that nigga was out of jail and that nigga done got down. Cause them niggas in that city, they stand up behind that nigga. When I say Lee Luke, when I rep Baton Rouge and all my niggas, they were gonna come up, putting down and staying silent and put in work in the streets, they say gangster. That's one of the names they say. And that nigga fucked that up with real niggas in the penitentiary.
He responded, there was a little bit of back and forth, and that was the end of that. But since our last interview, there's a podcast that came out with your man T.I.
Yeah.
And he talked about a somewhat similar situation. He said that him and his cousin ended up catching a gun case. His cousin died, and he cooperated against his dead cousin and made that gun case go away. So all through the comments when that came out was, hey, Boosie said what he said about Terrance. How does he feel about the situation with T.I.?
Well, I feel like the situation with Terrance, I don't even know if that's true. Because I got people won't come to VLADTV and talk to you about Terrance.
Okay.
But so I don't know if that's true. With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating. That means you're a rat. But I'm going to tell you like this. When I saw that, I think T.I. fucking lying. I think he went up there and just got the fucking talking. You think something happened at 18 years old, right? You gonna hold how vocal he is. I've been around this. You gonna hold that in all them damn time. All this damn time for 20-something years, you gonna hold that in, and it finally came out?
Why admit to that, though?
Why admit to that after? Like, bro, this what I'm saying. T.I. He's saying this happened early in his career.
Right.
Like, when all this was going around with the shit, what they said he on the
When he got busted with the guns.
with the the video when he was doing it for the video, man, the Crime Stoppers shit.
Oh, yeah. No, well, yeah. Well, like I said, he got busted with a bunch of guns, and he ended up getting a deal which involved him doing Crime Stopper commercials. Right?
Right.
And he got very little prison time.
Right.
A bunch of military ammunitions, basically. And he did that. Right?
Yeah, but all this stuff, bro, I just feel like, from me, talking and vibing with this man, I don't feel like he could have held that in for fucking all these years. You just basically just come out and say some shit like that, like
I
that
don't
shit
know,
was,
man. Look, like,
and then,
Hey,
I'm
look at this, right? Look what he doing. He trying to make T.I. situation justified. He trying to make T.I. snitching, cooperating, justified. You can't. You can't. If he made a deal, if he snitched, he snitched. It's no justification. But if you listen to him and look at the energy he had towards Gangsta, it's not the same. Now he trying to make T.I. justify. Boosie, that's double standard. In other words, discrimination. You can't pick and choose. And that's what people do. They want to pick and choose who they want to call rat, who they want to call snitch, who cooperate, who didn't. It doesn't matter. Anytime you sit down and you talk to law enforcement agency and you from the street and you a thug, you a criminal, guess what? You lost your street cred. Bottom line. Hey, listen, folks. Take it from somebody that knows. I was once the problem. Now I'm trying to be part of the solution. Crime doesn't pay. It's not worth spending your rest of your life or spending 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years in the jail cell. Crime doesn't pay. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. One love.